Welcome back to MTG Burgeoning, your channel for the Kitchen Table series. In today's video, we are going to examine deck number 33 in MTG Burgeoning's longest running series, and today it's Rakdos Elementals. What's up, fans of MTG Burgeoning? What's up, fans of the Kitchen Table series? We are back with our 33rd installment in what has become our longest running signature series. Today we are going to take a look at a Rakdos Elemental deck. And as is generally customary with the Kitchen Table series deck techs, we are going to begin with our land base. Not a lot of surprises here, folks. We're going two colors. It's going to be split symmetrically right down the middle. We're going to show 10 swamps. We decided to go with snow-covered swamps just to change things up. There's nothing snow-specific in the deck. There are no snow spells. Just something different. 10 swamps and 10 mountains for a total of 20 basic lands, and that is all. There are no soul rings, there are no dark rituals, there are no seething songs, just 20 basic lands. Let's start off with some sorcery spells. We're going to start off with a play set of Faithless Looting. For a red, we draw 2 cards, and then we discard 2 cards. And of course, it does have the flashback ability. For 2 in a red, we can do it again and then exile this card. 4 copies of Faithless Looting. As we continue with our sorcery spells, we are going to play with a full playset of Unearth. For a black, we return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield, and this also gives us the ability to cycle it away for 2 mana, and we draw a card. 4 copies of Unearth. So that's 4 copies of Faithless Looting, 4 copies of Unearth. Next up, we're going to move over to the instant spells, and we're going to show a full playset of Fling. For 1 in a red, as an additional cost to cast Fling, we sacrifice a creature, and Fling deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature or player. 4 copies of Fling going right in the middle. And now we're going to move to a little bit of some removal Rakdos style for the very simplistically stated, but oh so powerful Terminate. Black and a red, with 3 of the best words in all of Magic: destroy target creature. It also can't be regenerated. 4 copies of Terminate. Alright, and rounding out our... Not actually rounding out. Oh, I forgot about those. Alright, next set of instant spells is going to be a full playset of Uncaged Fury. 2 in a red. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains double strike until end of turn. 4 copies of Uncaged Fury. Let's shift that over to here. And our last set of instant spells, meaning we're going all creatures after this, folks, we are going to include a full playset of Force of Rage. For 1 and 2 red, it's an instant from Modern Horizons. If it's not our turn, we may exile a red card from our hand rather than pay the spell's converted mana cost. We can create 2 3/1 red elemental creature tokens with trample and haste, and then sacrifice those tokens at the beginning of the next upkeep, of our next upkeep. So for the purposes of this deck, this spell is generally an offensive one, but has the capabilities of providing a couple of chump blockers if needed. 4 copies of Force of Rage. So that's 20 basic lands, and we are looking at 24 instant and sorcery spells. That leaves us with 16 creature spells in this Rakdos Elemental deck. And it will be surprising to see that the first half of these creatures are not elementals. 1 playset of Insolent Neonate. For a red, it's a 1/1 vampire with menace, but if we discard a card and sacrifice Insolent Neonate, we get to draw a card. 4 copies of Insolent Neonate. All right, and lastly, of our non-elemental creature spells, we are going to include a full playset of Thunderkin Awakener. 1 in a red. It's a 1/2 creature with haste. Oh, I'm sorry, it is an elemental. My mistake. I am mistaken. I did not anticipate that saying elemental, so definitely we're going to have that edited out with all kinds of highfalutin graphics and voiceovers. No, if you're really expecting that, this is not the channel for you, folks. I honestly did not even was aware that this was an elemental. Okay, so that'll work fine too. So when Thunderkin Awakener attacks, choose target elemental creature card in our graveyard with toughness less than Thunderkin Awakener's toughness. Return that card to the battlefield tapped and attacking, and then sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. 4 copies of Thunderkin Awakener, and again, my apologies for not being more aware and have my mindfulness heightened to the fact that he is an elemental. It's the final 8 creatures, including the Force of Rage, that really were the focus of the elementals in this deck. The Thunderkin Awakener also being an elemental, we'll just call that a happy accident. The reason why the phrase Eureka must have been created. All right, so the last 8 creatures of this deck and the core part of why this is Rakdos Elementals. We are going to start with a play set of the original Ball Lightning. 3 red, 6/1, trampling, haster at the beginning of our end step, sacrifice Ball Lightning. 4 copies of the original Ball Lightning. And to round out the 60-card deck, we are going to include another trip back to Modern Horizons for a playset of Lightning Skelemental, a black and 2 red. It's a 6/1 trampler with haste, and when Lightning Skelemental deals combat damage to a player, that player discards 2 cards, and then similar to Ball Lightning, at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Lightning Skelemental. So if we haven't seen what we're trying to do so far, we are not overly interested in casting the Ball Lightning for 3 red, and we're not overly interested in casting the Lightning Skelemental for 2 red and a black, particularly when we have 10 mountains and 10 swamps, all of the basic variety in this deck. What we are looking to do is we are looking to get them into the graveyard, and then with a Faithless Looting or an Insolent Neonate, and then we are going to unearth them, getting them right from the graveyard into play. And if all things work out, if the unearth isn't there for us, then the Thunderkin Awakener is for 1 in a red. The dream scenario is turn 1, Faithless Looting into the graveyard, turn 2, Thunderkin Awakener attacking with haste, bringing one of the Lightning Skelementals or Ball Lightning from graveyard to play. You know, why am I even talking about it? Why don't we just shuffle this up and do it? Alright, so we're going to shuffle up our Rakdos Elemental deck, and because of the way in which this deck is constructed, we're really looking to close the game out fairly quickly. I mean, a turn 3 win should not be out of the realm of possibility here, and hopefully the play testing here will depict that, and that's actually a pretty normal feat. And all we have to do is just get any combination of the cards that we already have shown during the deck tech portion of this video. As we're trying to fly in with some very quick trampoline damage, we're actually going to try to keep track of the damage that we can deal in the first few turns of the game, just to see exactly if this Rakdos Elemental deck tech is everything that I'm hoping it's cracked up to be. 3, 4, 5, 6... and card 7. Alright, Unearth Perfect, Ball Lightning. Alright. There is our mountain. We want to get... we need to... it would be perfect if we could get a land, and then the thunder... or the... and then another... this one's not great. I am almost going to say we're going to reshuffle. Man, we have the worst first... I'll tell you, recently with these play testing, we have had the worst luck. Maybe it's because the deck is taken apart and then shuffled back together. Maybe I should start doing the play testing first when the deck is already in its pre-existing played mode. That'll give it better synergy and card variants across the deck. Maybe I'll start making that change with deck tech number 34 when we hit that Gruul Guild once more. All right. So we're going down to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't need a ton of cards here to get this to work. All right, there we go. All righty. Whoa, oh, we shuffled backwards. Oh no, Faithful Soothing. All we need is the red. Just give us our red mana. Give us our red mana. Oh, rats. All right, let's do it. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Let's put back a Force of Rage. I have a good feeling about this. I will say it seems like it may be more beneficial if we were to include some better mana fixing in this deck. Perhaps a playset of Pathways, maybe a playset of the check lands for Rakdos. I guess I don't want to go as far as including a playset of shock lands just in a little fun Rakdos Elemental deck, but let's see what we can do. Here we go. Turn 0. All right. Turn number 1. Give us that mountain, baby. Oh, no mountain. All right. We'll play a swamp, and we pass. 0 damage. Turn 2, we draw. Dope. Swamp. Pass. Turn 3, we draw. Dope. Not great. However, if we're forced to discard next turn, we're probably taking a ton of damage already. Draw. There's our mountain, but it may be too late. Well, let's see. Turn 4, we're going to tap 3. We'll cast our Lightning Elemental. We'll have that guy go into play. Attack. The amount of damage it could do is 6 total damage, and then we'll let it die. We'll untap. We'll move to turn 5, keeping in mind that we did mulligan down here. So, let's see now. A little bit more interesting. We draw a Thunderkin Awakener. We've got some options here. I wonder if it would be in our best interest to put in a Thunderkin Awakener. Let's do that. Let's say we tap a black and a red, and we cast the Haster. We would move to combat. It would attack. It will bring back the Lightning Elemental, which will bring the possible damage that we could deal up to 13. Okay, then I think what we would be able to do... Actually, I played that poorly. Oh, I played that poorly. I should have... Well, maybe... that's tough to say. We have, maybe as an option, maybe I should have cast the Faithless Looting instead, dumping the second Lightning Elemental, maybe casting the Unearth, and then if we were lucky enough to draw another red mana here, which we weren't, alright, chances are that was probably not going to be in the cards for us. Let's shuffle this bad boy up and hope we can do better during the second play testing. Yeah, in a short-term review of that last play testing, I think the right play would have been to use the red mana to cast the Faithless Looting, draw the 2 cards. Maybe we hit another mountain. Worst case scenario, we dump another Skelemental into the graveyard, and then next turn, even that turn, we still could have unearthed one and got it into play for some damage. And then maybe next turn, we're lucky enough to draw the second red mana, cast 2 Thunderkin Awakeners, attack with both of them, returning each Skelemental for a total of 14 points of damage. Alright, this one will be better. Here we go, baby. Come on now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rakdos Elementals. Kitchen Table Series, number 33. Seriously. 33 of these bad boys. Alright, that's it. We got the right mana. Give us that Faithless Looting. Unearth. Alright, let's go for it. Whoa, we haven't done the 20 damage yet. Alright, turn 1. Terminates. Dropping down a mountain. Turn 2. Whoosh, Uncaged Fury. Playing a swamp. Most likely say we'll cast a Terminate to get rid of something early in the game. This isn't great. Turn 3. Oh, a Fling. Dropping down that. And I think what we're going to do is end step. We're going to cycle an Unearth to draw a card. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Turn number 4. Oh, brutal. Just brutal. I don't even know what to do here now. We've got like turn 4. We've got nothing. What is going on? This is outrageous. All right, come on. This next one's going to be the one. I can already tell that due to the high level of proficiency that we've established during the first 2 rounds of playtesting this deck, that all viewers all across MTG Burgeoning's community are flocking to their LGSs or their online gaming supply store to get the exact deck tech that you're seeing right now. Well, all sarcasm aside, this 3rd playtest will be the one. Here we go. All we're looking for. Give us a swamp, give us a mountain, a faithless looting, an unearth, or a thunderkin awakener. Not too much to ask for. Look at this. Right there, mountain. There's our unearth. Okay, ball lightning. That's not great. Terminate. Flang. Terminate. Oh. I don't even want to talk about it. Why do I even do these play testings? Come on! What the heck? I swear this doesn't happen during game time. Oh. Maybe this will be the very first kitchen table series deck to end up on the Up and Up series. You know, another one of those crossover events like we saw earlier this week. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, baby, come on! Don't make me look like the imbecile here. Alright, swamp, skelemental. There's the faithless looting. There's our mountain. And giving us another skelemental. Alright, well, we'll put one of those babies back in. Alright, that's not terrible. Wait, we did get a mountain, didn't we? Okay, good. Alrighty, here we go. Now we're going to see. Turn 1. We got it now, baby. Now we got it. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Alright, turn 1. Draw that card. There's our faithless looting. Perfect. Turn 1, faithless looting. We'll draw 1. We'll draw 2. Oh, they're just doing this to us, aren't they? All right, we're going to discard both of those lightning. Yeah, let's do it. Both of those lightning skelementals are gone. Now you got all kinds of reanimation options. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously. All right. Actually, let's not play our land first. Let's play a faithless looting. Let's draw 2. Oh, man. Oh, boy. It's going to be one of those games. All right, so we'll just go those 2. Nope, not that one. That one. Play a land for turn. Untap. Turn 3, we've got Force of Rage. Tap 3, cast a ball lightning, a whole whopping 6 points of trampling damage. It gets sacrificed. We untap, we move to turn 4, and we draw back. This is brutal. Come on, baby. And to think I was originally going to pull out my infinite combo Mind Crank Blood Chief Ascension combo deck, and I decided at the last moment, no, it'll be so much cooler to play with these elementals. Man, they work so well. Hey, it's just not happening right now. I just don't. This is gonna have to happen one way or another. All right, here we go. We got this. We got it, baby. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got this. Here it is. This is the hand. Fling. Insolent. Okay, that's starting off pretty well. And we got Terminate. Wondering if we should switch the Terminate out for some Lightning Bolts. Fling and... oh, goodness gracious. You know what? Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it. We draw. Not good. Turn 1, Insolent Neonate. Turn 2, we draw Ball Lightning. Swap. 3 Stinking Flings and a Terminate. Well, we got Menace, so we'll attack for a point. All right, a point of damage. Woohoo! And we'll just say we terminate something during the end step. All right, we move to turn 3. Thunderkin Awakener with... All right, now that's not too bad. So now let's see what we got here. What we will do... Let's discard our Ball Lightning. Sacrifice the Insolent Neonate. Let's draw ourselves a card. We draw ourselves a swamp, which we will play. We'll tap red and a black, casting our Thunderkin Awakener. Move to combat. Turn that boy sideways. Bring the Ball Lightning into play. Attacking for a total of 7 damage from our previous one, bringing us up to 8. End step comes. We sacrifice our Ball Lightning. And we move forward to turn 4. We draw a very good, well-timed mountain. Let's do it again. And we send 7, which will bring us up to 15. And then this time before the end step, actually, I suppose we could have double-striked it to 14 to get the kill right there. So we could have cast the Uncaged Fury, which would have brought in a 15 points to go with our 8, which would have brought us over the top and still have 3 flings in our hand. So let's go on that play. That sounds like it's a better play. So just between you and I, we're going to go back down to 8. We're going to attack with the Thunderkin Awakener, bringing the Ball Lightning from our graveyard to play. And then we're going to cast the Uncaged Fury by tapping 2 swamps and a mountain, giving it +1/+1 and double strikes, hitting for 15, and we're dealing a total of 23 in 4 turns. And fans of MTG Burgeoning, if you're still there, if there are still any fans, that's the best we're going to do, and I will not subject anyone else to any further play testing with this deck. And it will not be coming as a surprise to me if at some point in the future we see Up and Up series Rakdos Elementals. This is MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things Magic.